Do you want to feel exhausted? Do you want to feel overly stressed? Do you want to feel on edge? Do you want to feel annoyed? Do you want to feel triggered? Do you want to feel burnt out? Or do you want to feel strong? Do you want to feel gratitude and peace and joy and love and organized? I've already had Friendsgiving, a ladies' holiday boutiquing night. We had a little pop-up shop at my house to start the holiday season. Thanksgiving is coming. The gingerbread making is coming. Holiday lights, festivities, Christmas concerts, friends' favorite things, it's all coming. And so this is the time of the year that I feel like for women, it can either excite us and we can have so much fun, or we start to feel a little bit overwhelmed and burnt out. But this holiday season, I am committed to helping the women in the Angie Method and in my community, and even my friends, make sure they have the best holiday season yet. And I created this holiday workbook to help them do that, just that. Because what I feel like, if people go and start the holiday season without having clarity around what they want, and what I mean by that is what they want is, how do you actually want to feel? What are 3 feelings that you want to have throughout the next couple months, whether that's the way that you interact with your family or your friends, or how you're going to show up for your fitness, or how you're still going to be working on your career while also caring for your kids and getting the holiday magic ready to go. But what do you want to feel? Do you want to feel exhausted? Do you want to feel overly stressed? Do you want to feel on edge? Do you want to feel annoyed? Do you want to feel triggered? Do you want to feel burnt out? Do you want to not feel physically fit? Or do you want to feel strong? Do you want to feel gratitude and peace and joy and love and organized? I bet if I were to ask you, you'd probably pick those emotions that are joy and peace and gratitude. But so many times, if we haven't created clarity around what the holiday season means to us, and then what actions are associated with that meaning, we go through it, and by January, we physically don't feel well. Mentally and emotionally, we don't feel well, but it doesn't have to be like that. So today, I want to share with you this holiday workbook in hopes that you grab it and you focus on a few key components. No, we don't have to do it all when it comes to our health and fitness. We don't have to do it perfectly. We just have to create more clarity, mindfulness, and awareness, because that mindfulness and awareness will precede action. And if we can get clear and pick out a few things that might matter for your most mentally and physically fit self this season, I can promise you, because I myself and hundreds of women in the Angie Method have gone through this process of finding yourself again and knowing what that looks like, what that feels like, what that sounds like, what that tastes like, what that looks like. And we go through seasons like November and December, but also busy kid season, the summer season, not feeling stressed and overwhelmed. We just do the behaviors that matter the most to feel like our best selves, so we show up as the most powerful version. And so I'm gonna take you through this workbook and show you how you can use it this holiday season to make sure that you focus on a few things to keep your fitness consistent throughout the holiday season. That includes your physical fitness as well as your mental fitness. So come January, you're not starting over, or you're not angry that maybe you gained 10 to 15 pounds, or you're not feeling like you missed out on the magical part of the holidays. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to highlight on here so you know the 3 things that I feel like are the most important when it comes to finding what your center looks like for the holiday season. Again, we don't have to do it all. We don't need an all or nothing mentality. We don't need to be perfect in all things. We just have to do a few components that will make us our most mentally fit and physically fit selves throughout the holiday season. So come January, we're not starting over, right? We're not just throwing in the towel, waiting for the perfect time to come around again, because the truth of it is life is a continuum. It's a motion picture. It's not snapshots. And so many people are like, I'll just wait till January when it slows down. Said every mom ever, right? Like, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't slow down. And so we look at every day as a continuum. December 31st turns into January 1st. It's not a whole new snapshot of a new part of the year. And so I like to help the women in my community in the coaching group really focus on what matters for the holiday season. And this workbook sets the tone for that. So first off, this is what it looks like. You'll go ahead and put your name in here. You'll get the workbook. It'll be sent over to your email like this. You'll click the workbook and then you can start working through it. I think for the workbook, if if this was me and I was trying to figure out what would be the best way to stay most fit throughout the season, as you get in here, I would focus on step number one, which is create clarity. Now, we have done 2 holiday workshops to help people create clarity. I can drop those in the description and you can go do those workshops. I've done 2 podcasts on this topic already, and this workbook is tying it all together. So spend some time. We have to create some clarity. Once you know what you want out of the season, what you want out of your physical results, what you want out of your emotional state with other people, what you want out of boundaries, out of saying yes and no, what you want out of experiences and memories and events, then you can get intentional. So after you create clarity, move into intentionality. And here is a calendar set up for November and December. I like to have our ladies pick 2 to 3 of these health behaviors and just stay consistent with them. Just practice them. They don't have to be perfect. These are exercises that you can do anywhere at any time, in between wrapping presents, if you're traveling and staying with family, if you are even working during the holiday season, you can get up and do some body weight squats at your desk. So pick 2 to 3 of these and just stay consistent. If you have a few things that you focus on, the positive ripple effect that happens throughout the rest of the day is powerful. So if you were to get some type of movement in every single day, I bet you're still going to eat single ingredient foods. You're probably going to stay hydrated. You're going to be more likely to sleep. Or if you focus on 7 to 8 hours of sleep, what's going to happen is when you are more well recovered and rested, you're going to make more mindful choices with your nutrition. You're probably going to have more energy to want to do a workout. You're going to want to stay more in alignment with yourself. Now, this one right here, I would say the daily alignment journal. I have it on here as one of the things to stay intentional with. I would do this one every day. I would actually probably keep it separate from the 2 to 3 health behaviors, because this is what's going to set the tone for you to know how you want to show up that day. In any day of the holiday season, whether it is an actual event day or it's a normal day. But what is a word that will define how you show up? What is an emotion you want to feel? Do you want to feel stressed, burnt out, exhausted, guilt, shameful? Probably not. That's not what's going to make the holiday season the holiday season. Do you want to feel joy, gratitude, peace, love, organized, decisive, whatever it is, like yes or no, like when you're making decisions to go somewhere? This workbook is going to help you do that. And if you scroll to the end of this, that is where you will find it. So big focus number 1, create clarity, then 2 to 3 health behaviors that will have a positive ripple effect to the rest of your day. And the alignment journal is for you to get in touch with yourself and figure out what it is you want out of each day during the next couple months. Then you can move down a little bit further. There's self-care, there's connect. It is still important to care for self so you can better care for others, so you don't feel burnt out, so you don't feel spread too thin. And connecting with others is what the holiday season is all about. So this is a way for you to get intentional with that. And if you think about it, what do we all want during the holiday season? We want to feel loved, and we want to feel like we can give love to others. We want to feel supported. We want to be able to support others. And by connecting, that's where the real meaning comes. And so find ways to get intentional for connection. So those are the things that I wanted to make sure that you saw in here. The other thing is I get a lot of women, they're like, hey, I just, it's really hard if the kids are home for school or we're traveling for the holidays for me to do my workout plan. And so they're like, I'll wait till January. Again, life's a continuum. December turns into January. So let's just work to stay consistent with any type of movement. It could be a run. It could be a walk. It could be a workout still. It doesn't have to look like, though, how you do it all the time. So here's those 2 holiday workshops I was telling you about. You can click there and grab those. Here's a holiday workout plan that I made you that you can do for 3 days of the week. That is very easy to do from anywhere and takes very minimal equipment. So go ahead, hit that QR code, grab that workout plan. It's going to look like, here it is. So then when you go in here, you have all of the workouts ready to go for you that you can just print out and bring with you on the go. So those are a few of the components I wanted to make sure that you saw, and there's recipes at the bottom, but just get intentional. Clarity comes first, so then you can be intentional based on what you want to be more clear-headed about, and then just do the behaviors that are in alignment with how you want to experience the holiday season. And that is it. So go to the description below, click that workbook, grab it, and then I want to know if you can shoot me a message on Instagram, DM me at angie.lingzo, and share with me what you work on. What are your 2 to 3 behaviors going to be? What are you going to do for yourself self-care weekly? How are you going to get intentional with connecting with people? And most important, I want to know the 3 feelings that you want to feel all throughout the holiday season so you can create experiences with those in mind. And before I forget, I know I showed you the workout. I know I showed you how to do different health behaviors, but at the end of the workbook, I included some of my favorite macro makeover, so more calorie-friendly recipes. So this one's actually Coach Kelly's Christmas protein balls. So fun to make with the kids over the season, but I have some of my favorites in here, like a remake on sweet potato casserole. See that? I have, what else do I have in here? Cranberry sauce. This is my go-to cranberry sauce. Way less sugar, and I put a little bit of orange and orange zest in it. It is so good and really good on oatmeal afterwards or different paninis with like turkey and brie. Absolutely delicious. And then I have some other ones. That little remake on a crustless cranberry pie, if you want to bring a special dessert. But my hope for you this season again is that we can go through it without feeling stressed, without feeling overwhelmed, without feeling annoyed by having to do all of the presents or pack everything or make everything to go to this house and that house, and just really go in with this mindset that, you know what, I am here and I get to do the holiday season like this, and I get to say yes or I get to say no, and I get to care for myself, and I get to show love and support to those people that mean the most to me this holiday season. So that's all I got for you. I hope you guys have a great November. Happy holidays.